Hi, Vlogmas entry 12. Just don't ask about the hat. Just don't. We're not going to talk about what it means for my hygiene. But you're welcome. So today I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about a couple of Christmas movies. I do have a full-length episode in the works and coming. Like I said a couple of days ago, I have recorded a full episode, but I really didn't like the way it turned out, and I'd rather just redo it than put something out there kind of lackluster. I mean, obviously I'm still learning this craft, but I'd like to make it as good as I can at this point. And right now I don't feel like that's what I got recorded. So, but that's coming. I'm going to be talking about my favorite bad Christmas movies. And I put one in there. Part of the reason I want to record it is because I put one in there and I'm like, oh, this is it's one of my favorite but bad Christmas movies. And then when I went to go try to find some clips to put into the show, I started crying. Like, oh. And I was like, okay, maybe this is not a bad Christmas movie. If it's so sweet, it can actually still make me cry. So I feel like I should take that one off the list and redo it. But that's coming. But tonight, I want to talk about what I've watched the last two nights, which are not bad Christmas movies. They're good Christmas movies. And they're probably some that you guys like. So last night, I watched White Christmas. And it just... the feels. So White Christmas, I do have to say though, it's kind of like some of these songs like have nothing to do with Christmas and are a little strange. But it definitely is like that era of musical, like it reminded me of like Singing in the Rain. I know Singing in the Rain is set in the, much further back when movies just first started to have sound, which is a big plot point. But it was recorded around the same time. And but White Christmas has Bing Crosby and I'm totally blanking, y'all. Tall redheaded guy. You know what I'm talking about. Oh no. And then Ella Fitzgerald and the very skinny girl. Okay, you know what? It's late, and y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not even looking this up. So, but y'all know. And it was, I don't know. Do you guys still like get teary-eyed at White Christmas? Because I do. Every year, I do really good until the end when all the soldiers come in for the general. I'm like, I'm not crying this year. And then I cry. So, by the way, right now I am having some issues with my sinuses and allergies. So I haven't been crying before this video. I'm just like, man, I gotta get that contact out. I think there's something in there. It's my allergies are bothering me. And I'm out of my allergy medicine and I gotta call the doctor's office and get the prescription renewed. So I got hair issues. I got eye issues, You're welcome. Anyway, but I do cry at White Christmas. I do. And it just gets me every time. And I'm going to say, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, because people don't really listen, I guess, anymore to this kind of music. But I think Bing Crosby probably has one of the most beautiful voices ever. Ever. Like, it's not even fair for somebody to have that kind of voice that is so warm and rich and just beautiful. It's not even fair. Whatever. And he makes it look so effortless. Now I get it. It's Hollywood. He was in a movie and they did all of that. It was pre-recorded. I get all that. But it still just looks so effortless. When I sing a solo, it looks like I'm working so hard for it. That's because I am. It didn't come as easy to me as it did to Bing Crosby. At least as easy it looked like it came to Bing Crosby. Whatever. So then tonight, I watched Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. And, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on everybody tonight. LL Cool J. And what's his face? Plays the idiot. And then Gerard Depardieu and the red-haired chick who was in 2 weeks' notice as the other attorney. And, you know, y'all, I'm usually better than this, but again, I'm tired. I don't remember. But anyways, we watched that. Now, my friend came over, we watched, this is one of the ones we have to watch together, like our tradition. And so she came over, we watched last holiday, and every year, although we love this movie, I point out a plot hole early on. So Queen Latifah's character thinks that she's dying. She's been told she's dying by a doctor, and that she maybe has 3 or 4 weeks to live. So she is at the specialist. He's explaining it to her, and he says, you need to talk to Jane Doe. I don't remember her name, obviously, because I don't remember anybody's names right now. And she's like, who is that? And she's like, oh, is that a specialist? And he's like, no, it's your HMO coordinator. This is kind of a sticking point for me. Like, I get that they're trying to make some kind of point, but I'm like, okay, things don't actually work like that. And trust me, I know because of my day job. Okay, things don't actually work like that. But then on top of that, she goes and the woman says, we won't pay for this surgery. You can appeal it. And then Queen Latifah's character says, her name is Georgia. Georgia says, well, how much would it cost if I just paid for it myself? And the woman's like, okay, hold on. On a calculator. And I'm like, what is she even looking at? What is she typing? Where is she coming up with these numbers in the sky? It doesn't work like that. And then she gives her some astronomical number and says, and that doesn't include anesthesia. And you're going to want that. And I'm like, what insurance company is this chick at? Because it just does not work like that. But then here comes the actual plot hole. I mean, that's just one of my pet peeves. Like, okay, I get it's a movie and they got to be ridiculous for laughs. Okay, fine. But the genuine plot hole is this. And y'all, if you haven't seen this movie and you don't want to be spoiled, okay, or turn it off or whatever. But if you've seen it, have you thought about why didn't she just use all the money? So she thinks she's dying. They won't pay for the surgery. So she goes to the bank and cashes out all her bonds, takes out all her savings, and she has this obscene amount of money and decides she's just going to blow it on a trip overseas to this European resort for the uber rich and all that. And I'm like, why don't you just pay for your surgery? I mean, it seems like that would be a better use of that money than just blowing it. But if she did that, there'd be no movie and it wouldn't be that funny. So this is why, as a writer, some of these things I notice, I'm like, why did you just not include the insurance scene and not draw attention to that? Why wouldn't you just say, there's no cure, sorry, and have your character then go on from there? I mean, so you created a plot hole for laughs for a scene you didn't need, and the whole rest of the movie is hilarious anyway. Like, it didn't need it. It's my only real complaint. Otherwise, that movie is hilarious and it's almost perfect, and I just think everything about it is so funny. And LL Cool J's super cute in it, and it's just a lot of fun. So I highly recommend it. Anyway, again, I watch it every year. It's a favorite. So if you haven't seen it, hopefully I haven't spoiled too much of it for you, go watch it. If you haven't seen White Christmas, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but do it and make yourself sit through it. I know there are some songs that are a little less than spectacular, although some people would disagree with me. But overall, the movie is really cute and it's worth watching. So, 2 Christmas movies down. I've actually watched quite a few, but those are 2 of my staples I have to have every year that are really good. Hopefully, by the end of this week, I will have an actual episode for you. I got some, it's the holidays, so obviously my life is as crazy as yours is probably. And, you know, got family members having surgery and dogs having surgery, and not my dog, but another dog, and just stuff happening. And pretty sure one of my dogs may have eaten one of my hair scrunchies. Like, I have the little, one of these. I think she might have eaten one. I'll let y'all know how that goes. I'm not 100% sure. So I want to, rush her somewhere. It could have just been a branch. I don't know. But that's a hair scrunchie thing. When you can't tell it's not curly right now, but when you have curly hair, you'll like these. So anyway, to wrap up, when I should have wrapped up like 3 minutes ago, I watched 2 great Christmas movies, and I hope you guys are also watching some great Christmas movies. What movies do you guys have to watch? Like, is there 1 or 2? I know I've heard at least one Die Hard. Excuse me, y'all. It's my allergies. I know everybody says Die Hard. So, okay, that's a given. And I personally like It's a Wonderful Life as well. What are some of your staples that you have to do, that you have to watch every year? I'm interested to hear that. Are you a White Christmas fan? Did you like Last Holiday? Do plot holes like that bother you? I mean, sometimes I just go, I don't care, like with Last Holiday, but sometimes they bother me enough I won't watch the movie. So I'm interested. You guys let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying this, of course, please subscribe to my channel and like, share, subscribe, all the stuff supposed to do on social media. And otherwise, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. And that's it for now.